Hello, my name is Hannah. Today we're building an apartment in San Myshuno, and when I was trying to build this, I was trying to go for you know, very common suburban mother's dream apartment. It did not, in fact, turn out that way. It's more of like an off modern because I was trying not to go modern because I swear that's all I've been doing the past 2 weeks. But I kept putting modern things down. And I was like, no, not modern. And so it kind of went industrial, but not quite. And it's also orange, like bright orange, so I don't know where I was going with that one. But I was trying to do the suburban mother kind of like dream home kind of thing. And somehow I got this, which is fine because it did make an end result, and that is all I asked for when I am building, is that there is something that came out of it. Don't know what it is going to be, especially when I start. I swear nothing turns out like what I'm imagining it to be, but that's okay because usually it's better, and sometimes it's bright orange. Half of the time it's bright orange, but that's okay. Orange is seeming to be a very popular color in the things that I've been building recently, and I'm not going to say anything against it because I swear I was avoiding orange for the first 2 years that I had this game. Orange is just not it wasn't my favorite color for a very long time. Well, it's not my favorite color now, but it's not a bad color anymore. I feel like orange is just such a bright color. It's also I don't like using red very often because it's just so bold and so warm. And usually I go for cooler tones in my builds, and because that's what I prefer in real life, is cooler tones. But then I'm just orange, and so I don't really know what that's with, but I've been doing it a lot, and it keeps coming back. It's just always just bright orange is right there, and so I thought that was pretty cool. Also with the brown, I feel like orange and brown are a pretty common color pattern, but I feel like I don't use it very often because I think it looks kind of stupid usually. But it seems to be working okay, so I thought it looked pretty okay in this build, but it just kind of exploded. It's also kind of gray because I wanted to offset the warm kind of tones because it was just a lot, because the wood is kind of a warmish brown kind of color, and then the orange is always going to be warm, and so I was trying to set it off with the gray in the countertop, and then also with the walls, because I felt like it needed something to keep it from going full bright orange and just colors of fire everywhere. So I was trying not to do that, and so the gray really helped with that. And then also the flooring, I had a lot of issues trying to figure out which color I wanted to use for it, because the floorings, I feel like I use the same ones every single time because I just don't like a lot of the wooden floors. I feel like they're either just too much or too little, because I don't like the wooden floors where you cannot tell where the wood is. It just looks like a floor that's brown. I don't like that. I don't know exactly why, but I like when you can tell. But also some of them are very obviously just squares of just brown everywhere, and I don't think I like that either. So I'm very picky with my wooden floors apparently. Nothing else, just my wooden floors. So I thought that was kind of strange, and so I settled on this one. I'm fairly positive. I think I didn't change it after this, but I don't use this one very often just because the colors are kind of strange. But I did use it a lot in my early builds and my early apartments, definitely, because a lot of that industrial thing that you think of, or well, I think of when I think of apartments, I don't really know, but I feel like this floor just fits with that, and so it went very off of what I originally was trying to build. But then I was also trying to incorporate hobbies, because usually I'm just put an easel down. Every sim is gonna use an easel. I have literally only touched an easel probably twice in my life, and they were both at art stores, because I don't know anybody who has an easel either. I know artists, I don't know any of them have an easel. I don't think either of the two that I know have an easel. So, not really sure, but, I feel like I put that and, a chess table into all of the builds, so it's a little strange. But I was trying to put, things on the wall that were kind of fitting with that, because it's just out in the middle of nowhere, just kind of sticking out if I don't, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then also the walls went orange, too, and so did the bathroom tile, so, that's okay, but it was pretty bold, so I thought that was pretty cool, too. But that's about it for the build. So now I'm going to move on to some of the things that I did this week. The first one being Christmas. And I said I was not going to talk about Christmas. That's just because I don't want to talk about Christmas, because I don't care much about Christmas. Like, you get gifts, and that's like, I see my family, and I have this really good cheese dip, which is like the only things I remember. And like my family, I see them all of the time when it's not Christmas, just because there's like 3 families in, where I live that come to Christmas. It's slowly gotten a smaller population of people that come to Christmas every year, which is fine. I don't really see nor talk to any of these people ever, so I see my cousin once or twice a year, and it is okay with me, mostly because she's very talkative and I am not. So it's just very opposite personalities. Also, she's like 2 years younger than me. Yeah, 2 years younger than me. And apparently that 2 years is very, very prominent, because she has such a different personality, and she, I guess acts like a child, which also may be a me thing. I think she's correct. I'm the wrong, which is, is my issue. But, like, I don't talk to her because we have, like, nothing in common, which I don't have anything in common with a lot of my family, which is fine. But, we talked for maybe an hour at Christmas, and that is probably going to be enough for the next year. So, I don't really know. But, I like seeing her. We just have nothing to talk about. I don't even know what we talked about when I was there. Couldn't tell you. But the rest of my family, I don't even think I talked to a couple of the people there, and there were only like 10 of us. So, to be fair. Also, I see my brother daily, and he was there, and like my grandmother I see like all of the time, so Christmas isn't that special with seeing family, so it's fine. But then the cheese dip, that is what convinces me to go every year. It's very good. I honestly think it's probably the worst thing for you, probably. But, that's okay. But my mother did make it again, like, the day after Christmas, because she just wanted to. That was pretty cool. But yeah, this cheese dip, I swear, the food gets smaller every year, too, because less people to bring food, But this cheese dip, center of the table, every year. And it's just cheese and, like, hamburger meat and probably, like, taco seasoning. Like, it's not that extravagant. Like, it probably costs less than $8, but it is pretty good. Like, it's pretty good, but it gets cold really quickly, too. I think that's just, we don't have the equipment necessary to keep it warm. But I swear you cannot get more than, like, 6 chips before it's already cold in your plate. Which is kind of fun, too. And, you eat it fast because it's going to get cold quickly. It's a yearly tradition, just trying to eat the cheese before it gets cold. But that's just, like, all I remember from Christmas is cheese dip, which is a pretty good memory right there. So, other than that, I got some shirts. I did pick out almost all of my new presents this year, except for socks. I got surprised with new fuzzy socks because I really like them. Me and my mother both got fuzzy socks. That was pretty cool. I think that and pretzels are the only presents that I didn't know I was gonna get, but the other ones I did pick out because, I'm, almost 16, so at this point they're just like, what are we supposed to get her? Just let her pick it out herself. It's fine. But, I got some shirts. I actually forgot how many shirts I had bought. I got 3. They're just from Target. They are plain colors, and I was like, oh, because they were 2 in one box, and my brain went, oh yes, you got 2 shirts. And then I opened another one, I was like, where'd this shirt come from? I was like, I entirely forgot about that 3rd shirt, because I got 3 shirts and a pair of pants. Just forgot about the 3rd shirt that was in with the pants, but that's okay, because my brain just sometimes does that. It was pretty good, too. I also got some sour gummy bears. Haven't tried any yet, mostly because they scared me away, because I opened the bag, set it down, walked across the room, and suddenly my room smelled like sour gummy bears, and I was like, nope. You were gumming out of the room, and I put it downstairs. It can't smell it from down there, thankfully, but you could smell, I swear, everything, just sour gummy bears everywhere, just like everywhere. It just suddenly, that just smell was everywhere. I was like, oh god, and I just got it out immediately, because I was not having we had a jelly bean incident, like a couple years ago. I put them in a salsa jar. Oh yeah, that was horrible. It smelled like salsa and jelly beans for, I swear, a month and a half. It was horrible, but we weren't trying to do that incident anymore, and I will not be putting any more candy in poorly washed salsa jars anymore. But, you know, I was just like, get the candy out of here. We don't do candy in here. Currently, there is an airhead. I'm kind of worried. Because I'm just like, is it gonna taste like blue raspberry? Well, like, the candy's gonna taste. Is it gonna be, like, everywhere? Am I gonna just pick up my pencil and just get blue raspberry? Like, it's gonna be pretty bad. Like, I'm just worried about it. But that's about it for this voiceover. It is almost screenshots time, so I'm going to end right here. So subscribe if you did like today's video, or if you want to see more like this. But as I said, it is almost screenshots time, so I do post video 4 times a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!